Hello again, folks. Here with some more Capo II. It is now December 29th. It is a good bit past Christmas Eve, which is where we left off. So let's see what's going on in the life of Yoshiyuki.
さあみんな、準備できたよ。いっぱい食べてね。
The winter winds were really harsh this year, chilling both body and soul. People hid inside for warmth, for the ultimate in cooking.
やっぱり鍋だよね。日本人の心だよ。グツグツと煮立っただし汁とたくさんのお肉で心も体もポカポカに。
Yume, don't add the chrysanthemum to the pot. The taste will overflow with everything in it. Overpower everything in it.
後で入れるんでしょ？今入れちゃっても変わんないよ。
Yume tossed her ingredients into the pot. Don't underestimate Nabe, you fool! If you don't follow the strict rules when adding the ingredients...
あ、お肉いただき。
Ah! That's the meat that I added! Stop! You're stealing my precious food!
二人とも喧嘩しないの。お肉はいっぱいあるんだから仲良く分け合いなさい。
That's true. There's no point fighting when there's no grand prize. In that case... Alright, Yume. We'll do it like this. This here is my border, and if you cross it... She quickly said, and began snatching away the pieces of meat that I'd put on my plate. Stop! Don't haphazardly snatch away all my resources! All of my province's meat! Hey, wait! Don't do that! What the? You too, Sakura-san? Stuck in a pincer attack from both east and west, the resources that I'd gathered were disappearing in front of my very eyes. Whoa, please just leave one for me, I beg of you! My petition was in vain, as 4 chopstick units proceeded to plunder my remaining resources. Damn it! In that case, I'll also... I sent my chopsticks flying across the border to Yume, when suddenly... Clack! She defended against my attack. Gah! Yume's counterattack was both swift and terrifying. I hear you, but I'm under attack from 2 directions, and I must keep my territorial integrity. Gah! Not again!
みんな、お肉ばっかり食べちゃダメだよ。ちゃんと野菜も食べないと栄養が偏っちゃうんだから。お姉ちゃん、さっきから全然食べてないじゃない。ほら、お肉。
Hopefully I didn't blow out any headphone users' ears there. Hey, don't take it away from my plate!
もう、お肉追加するから喧嘩しないの。
oto-nee was trying to brighten up the mood, but she had no idea what those words would do to us while we were in the middle of our power game. I managed to defend my territory to some extent, but it was left barren due to continuous battles.
お腹いっぱい。満足満足。すっごく美味しかったよ。乙女ちゃん、お料理の天才だね。出汁は何で取ってたの？昆布だけ？昆布ですけど、隠し味をちょっと。
oto-nee wore a shy smile as she heroically cleaned up the empty dishes. No, this definitely wasn't oto-nee's fault. I already knew that all too well. But even with this much meat, I ended up filling my stomach with ramen and chrysanthemum. Wasn't that just way too unfair?
ほら、弟くんもいつまでも拗ねてちゃダメだよ。
Boo-hoo. I'm not sulking or anything. I mean, we had a bunch of meat, but I got like 3 pieces. Of course I'd be a bit disappointed.
執念深いな。もう終わったことじゃない。
Yume said, with a satisfied look on her face. Hey you, where do you get off saying stuff like that?
いや、実力勝負の世界ですから。
She was smiling victoriously. And I even hailed back.
はいはい。この次はもっとたくさんお肉用意しておくから喧嘩しないの。
oto-nee warily shrugged her shoulders.
ところで、さくらさん、ちょっとご相談があるんですけど。相談？何？明日から1月2日まで私たち2人をこちらに泊めていただけませんか？どうして？おじいちゃん、
明日から2日まで温泉旅行に出かけちゃうんです。
Oh? So it's just the two of you on New Year's Day?
私は別に2人だけでも大丈夫だって言ったんだけど。
ダメだよ。もし何かあったらどうするの？刃物を持った強盗さんが押しかけてくる可能性だってゼロじゃないんだし。
You could hear oto-nee put emphasis on the word burglar, but she didn't look worried at all.
なるほどね。女の子2人っきりじゃん。やっぱり心細いよね。よしゆきくん、どう？2人をここに泊めてあげてもいいかな？
Sakura-san turned to face me. Yeah, it should be fine. The more the merrier.
やったー！ありがとう、弟くん。
子供じゃないんだから、そんなにはしゃがなくてもいいのに。
どうして？年越しそばもおせちも2人よりみんなで食べた方が美味しいよ。おせち料理張り切って作っちゃおうかな。
Oto-nee looked like she was having fun and rolled up her sleeves. That's right, I'll get to eat Oto-nee's New Year's food. This might turn out really well.
僕も2人が来てくれるとお家の中が賑やかになって嬉しいよ。ただし。
After saying that one word, she looked around to survey her surroundings.
エッチなことしちゃダメだよ。
For some reason, they both blushed and shamefully looked down at the floor. Wait, what kind of weird response is that? I really don't think you have to worry about that.
そりゃあよしゆきくんを信用してないわけじゃないんだけどね。いかんせん3人ともまだ若いから歯止めが効かなくなっちゃうことも。もしそんなことになったら僕は保護者として、いや学園長としてもどうお詫びしたらいいか。
I'm telling you, it won't happen. I mean, we're all pretty much siblings. I'm pretty sure there'll be no misunderstandings like that. But looking at them, they were still blushing and staring at the floor. Man, they're just staying here for a few days. It's nothing to get all worked up about. We were living in the same house until just recently anyway. If you keep acting like that, you're gonna make me feel weird as well. In an attempt to change the mood, I turned on the TV. We are interrupting our regular schedule. Okay, I thought I was about to say regularly scheduled program. Regular schedule to broadcast a special news report.
あれ？臨時ニュース。
Earlier today at 3 p.m. on Hatsune Island, an incident occurred at the nursery school, where the school bus collided with a truck. We will broadcast from the press conference at the nursery school shortly. The police interrogated the driver of the truck, but he claimed that the controls suddenly malfunctioned. The nursery school bus got hit by that's Yoshiki. The nursery school bus got hit by a truck? I never heard about this.
乗ってたのはまだ小さな子供でしょ？大丈夫なのかな？この島でこんな事故が起こるの珍しいよね。
The police investigated the truck, but they couldn't find anything out of order. The investigation continues as...
異常はないのに操作が不能になったってことかしら。
運転手さんが嘘をついてなければそういうことなんじゃない？
But maybe there was something that made the controls fail temporarily.
それはそうかもしれないけど、でも例えば幽霊の仕業とか。
That's a logical conclusion.
ほら、階段とかでよくあるじゃない？そういう話。
幽霊って何言ってるのよ。幽霊なんていないんだからね。
Oto-nee's voice was shaking as she tried to be courageous about it. All Oto-nee really did was confirm her fear of ghosts. But maybe a ghost.
何ですか、その目は。
No reason, really. Usually, it'd be a laughing matter, but I could produce Japanese sweets from my hand and see other people's dreams, so that wasn't very normal either. And that mysterious phenomenon wasn't really something to laugh about either, huh?
Hey!
My thoughts were interrupted by Sakura-san grabbing the remote control. Suddenly, there was laughter coming in from the TV instead.
せっかくの団らんなんだから、暗い話はなしなし。
Just like a kid, she made sure to make her displeasure show on her face. For some reason, that face really suited her. I wondered how old she really was. The mysteries just kept piling up.
そうだね。せっかくみんなで大晦日を過ごすんだし、何か予定でも立てる？あ、賛成。
oto-nee clasped her hands together, approving of the dismissal of the scary stories. Well, if we're talking New Year's, there'll be a first visit to the shrine, right?
楽しそうだね。出店とかいっぱい出てるよ、きっと。
あ、でも私は紅白見ながらのんびりしたいな。
Shrine visit, watching New Year's TV. They both sounded like they might be fun. Should we take a vote then? And thus, our fun time together continued. I can't sleep. I just kept on rolling around in my futon, so I figured I'd try counting sheep. 1, 2, 3... 996, 997... It didn't work. I wasn't even feeling a bit sleepy. Man, these sheep sure aren't turning it into sleep at all. I wonder who came up with this. Sheep are fluffy and smelly. I don't see what that has to do with with sleeping. Maybe I'm just ruining this entire thing by thinking too much about it. Maybe I should try counting something else. Boats? Ah, crap, and now I lost count, too. Ah! It's no good. I'm not sleepy at all. I really shouldn't have watched that debate show. It made me feel pretty much wide awake. Maybe I should go get something to drink. As I headed for the kitchen, I noticed that the light was still on in the living room. Sakura-san, you're still up, huh? As I entered the living room, I saw Sakura-san spacing out in front of the TV.
ありゃ、義行くん。ごめん、起こしちゃったかな。
Nah, not at all. I just couldn't fall asleep for some reason.
じゃあさ、ちょっとお話付き合わない？
Sure, why not? I'll be up for a while anyway.
やったね。じゃあすぐにお茶の用意をするね。
Sakura-san smiled as she walked off towards the kitchen.
で、義行くんはどっちが本命なの？
Huh?
だから乙女ちゃんとゆめちゃん、どっちが義行くんの本命なのかなって。
Direct. Look here now. I'm telling you, those two aren't like that.
なくて？
Well, we're like siblings. I don't really have any other feelings towards those two.
兄弟みたいに育ったら恋愛感情は持てないの？
Oh no, we're dropping frames. Uh-oh. Okay, I think that we've stopped dropping frames now. Sorry about that. It's been happening more than I would like recently. Huh? That's... What on earth is she saying all of a sudden?
兄弟とか幼なじみって一番近いところにいる人たちじゃない？誰よりも自分のことを分かってくれて、誰よりも優しくしてくれる、そういう人たちを好きになるのっておかしくないと思うけどな。
It's not like I didn't understand her reasoning. I understood it, but I didn't know what to say. Oto-nee and Yume are both quite charming, I think. Suddenly, their faces popped up in my mind. Blushing, being angry, sulking, smiling. But I guessed it would be wrong to have feelings like that for family. Why is my heart racing like this?
あのね、お兄ちゃんとネムちゃんもね、実は義理の兄弟だったんだよ。
That is the character from the original Capo, the main character, and Nimu was his stepsister, so there you go. Sakura-san said with a mischievous smile. Huh? You mean Junichi-san and Nimu-san?
うん、とっても仲良しさんだった。僕が嫉妬しちゃうくらいにね。やっぱり兄弟みたいに育ったからいろいろ大変だったんだけど、でも2人はちゃんとくっついた。それが当たり前だったんだよね。正代なんてものともしない。もちろん誰もつけ入る隙なんてなかったんだ。そして2人は幸せになりました。 それは義行くんも知ってるでしょ?
Yeah. I suddenly remembered how intimate Junichi-san and Nimue-san had looked. Whenever I thought of an ideal relationship, those two always came to mind.
僕はね、兄弟みたいに育ったからとかそんな理由で大切なことを見逃してほしくないんだ。もちろん、義行くんにあの二人のどっちかを選べって言ってるわけじゃないよ。義行くんは義行くんの人生を歩めばいいんだから。ただ、みんなには幸せになってほしい。
Sakura-san said that with a smile, but I could sense a faint speck of loneliness in it. This was the first time I'd heard Sakura-san talk about this stuff. Sakura-san's past. Junichi-san and Nimue-san. I guess a lot must have happened between them. Thinking about it, I realized that I really didn't know anything about Sakura-san. I felt kind of bad how I'd never really been of any help to her. But maybe today's my chance. I could ask Sakura-san about herself. I'd always had a bunch of questions for her. Ah, right, Sakura-san. Why do you call Junichi-san Oni-chan? I tried asking her. That, at least.
それはね、お兄ちゃんはお兄ちゃんだからだよ.
She said, and smiled. For some reason, her smile still seemed a bit lonely. Well then, Sakura-san, just how old are you? You seem to have known Junichi-san for a long time, but you guys are a few years apart, right?
こら、レディーに年齢を聞くのは失礼だよ.
This time, she just pouted, and looked a bit angry. It looked like this really wasn't turning out very well. In the end, I didn't manage to learn a single thing about Sakura-san.
さてと、僕はそろそろ寝よっかな。おやすみ、義行くん。
She said, and stood up. She wobbled around a bit. Hey, are you okay? I held her steady for a bit. She was even lighter than I thought.
ちょっと立ちくらみ。大丈夫、大丈夫。ちょっと夜更かししすぎちゃったかな。
She said, trying to sound like she was joking.
それじゃあ、おやすみ。
Having said goodnight once more, she left the room. Watching her walk away, she looked kind of small. She is kind of small. As I laid back down on my bed to sleep, I remembered what Sakura-san had said.
だから、oto-neeちゃんとゆめちゃん、どっちが義行くんの本命なのかなって。
What was she thinking? Those two aren't like that.
兄弟とか幼馴染って一番近いところにいる人たちじゃない？誰よりも自分のことを分かってくれて、誰よりも優しくしてくれる。そういう人たちを好きになるのっておかしくないと思うけどな。
Even though I didn't show it, I did end up thinking about them. Geez, Sakura-san, it's because you said those unnecessary things. Those two, huh? Naturally, Yume. Yume, huh? She was clumsy, troublesome, and childish. But I couldn't really leave her alone, and it was pretty cute when she put up a fight. And I did have a ton of fun when I was together with her. Lovers, huh? It's not like I never thought about it. I mean, I was certainly aware of her as a woman. But I didn't really know how Yume felt about me. Ah, jeez. Gotta get some sleep. Thinking about it would get me nowhere. I violently shut my eyes and chased all worldly thoughts away. Maybe because it was so late, I fell asleep almost the instant I closed my eyes. Okay, we have time for one more scene, I think, before I've got to go. Winter mornings are the kind where even if you're indoors, you can still feel the cold pierce your body. This bed really is paradise today. Ah, such bliss. If I had to compare, maybe it was a bit like eating freshly baked bread in the snow hut during the winter. Going back to sleep while wrapped up in double blankets. Is there really anything more wonderful in this world? One should just devote himself to sensations like this.
兄さん、
起きて。
Huh? Did someone say something? No way. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything either. I'm still asleep after all.
起きてってば。目覚ましてよ。
Shake, shake. An earthquake? No, no, no way. I won't let this bother me. These petty happenings of the world are beneath me right now. I'm immovable like a boulder. Perseverance prevails.
起きた方がいいよ。じゃないと大変なことになるよ。
Nothing you can do will affect me. An ordinary man would say something, but an enlightened man, like myself, is above such things.
本当に大変なことになるのに。
Ah! Sudden pressure on my stomach. The sudden impact caused me to get up to my feet.
やっと起きた。
Yume was standing in front of me, smiling, while holding a large dictionary. Hey you, that's no way to wake someone up.
いや、お約束でしょ。てか、兄さんがいつまで経っても起きないのが悪い。
Even so, don't wake me up like that. I thought I was gonna die.
てっきりこういうのが好きなのかと思った。
What? For some reason, she was mumbling. I had no idea who would like getting woken up like this. If she'd woken me up with a gentle kiss or something instead. So, why are you waking me up this early in the morning anyway?
いや、朝じゃないから。もう10時過ぎだし。
10 o'clock in the morning is still early. That's why the television still has morning shows on now, not afternoon shows.
そんなへりくつはどうでもいいの。
She dismissed me so easily.
兄さんにお願いがあってきたの。手伝ってほしいことがあって。
Help you out? With what?
もちろん、今日からここに泊まり込む準備。
Can't you just get by with a towel? Excuse me, a towel and some soap?
銭湯に行くんじゃないんだから。さあ、行こう。私の部屋にある荷物、こっちに運ぶの手伝って。
Hey, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. Wait up! Don't yank me around. In the end, I decided to go with Yume and arrived at her room. That reminds me, when was the last time I visited her room anyway? I didn't think I'd been here since I moved into the Yoshino house, and that was at least 3 months ago. Wow, what a surprise.
驚いた？
Well, since it's your room, I was expecting it to be covered in a huge pile of garbage or something, but it's actually pretty tidy. Well done.
褒められてる気がしないんだけど。
I'm definitely praising you. Do you keep some incense or something in here? It smells really nice.
いや、別に何も置いてないよ。
Really? Maybe this is just the smell of a girl's room? Oh yeah, this is the room where Yume sleeps and walks around, where she changes her clothes, relaxes. I never really thought about that stuff back when we were living together.
Hey!
Whoa!
あんまり変な想像をしながら部屋を見回さないでよ。
I wasn't making a creepy face or anything.
まあ別にいいけど。
Why were oto-nee and Yume so sharp about situations like this? I gotta be on my guard. So, where's the luggage that you wanted me to carry?
これ。
And thus, Yume pointed at the object in question. Yume, I'd just like to ask you something.
何？
I know you're pointing at the wardrobe, but...
これが本棚やベッドに見えるんなら視力の矯正しなきゃね。
Hey, wait. You're only staying over for like 2 or 3 days. Why do you need your entire wardrobe?
いや、それはかったるいし。
Huh? What's tiring?
だからそのタンスから着替えを出すのが。
Denied. With Yume standing in front of the wardrobe with an honest look on her face, I could do nothing but fall to my knees in despair. You're already whipped, Yoshiyuki. It's all just a formality from here. Isn't lunch done yet? Oto-nee sure is late. Looking at the clock, it showed 1 p.m. It had been 2 hours since Oto-nee asked me to let her take care of today's lunch. Weird. I wonder why it's taking so long. I should probably go check up on her.
ああ、包丁。そんな風に持っちゃ危ないよ。ちゃんと手を添えて、こう。こう？難しいな。大丈夫、大丈夫。では、ちゃんと猫さんの手にしてね。
What I saw when I entered the kitchen was a shocking scene. Hey, is this for real?
そのリアクションどういう意味ですか？
Yume turned around to face me, still holding the kitchen knife. I think you know. I knew lunch was taking too long, but I never knew it was this bad. I guess I'll just have to give up on lunch for today.
大丈夫だよ弟くん。ゆめちゃんだってちゃんとお料理できるんだよ。
Even if you say that. As if I could forget the many disasters which she had caused. Yume had no affinity for cooking because, basically, she's a massive klutz. I knew she was trying her best, but... Without thinking about it, I drew out a long sigh.
何ため息なんてついてるのよ。
I was just thinking that you sure are being a grump, even though you're making me wait for so long.
別に兄さんのために作ってるんじゃないから、兄さんは食べなくてもいいです。兄さんはお姉ちゃんが作ったものだけ食べればいいでしょ。
She sent her knife smashing down onto the vegetables to show her displeasure. Oh right, I didn't think of it that way. Or, I didn't think of that as a way out. Nice idea, Yume. Chop, chop, chop.
ゆめちゃん、危ないよ。包丁を使うときはちゃんと手元に注意しないと。だって兄さんが。ああ、お鍋が吹いちゃってる。ゆめちゃん、早く火止めて。
And it all goes downhill. Yume just stood there like she was unable to move. I guess she panicked. She always froze up when she panicked, so... There we go. I reached out with my hand and turned down the gas a bit.
収まった。びっくりしたね。さあ、気を取り直してお料理お料理。
What's wrong, Yume? Say something.
指が。
Your finger? Taking a closer look at Yume, I noticed that the cutting board next to her was colored red with blood. Hey you, did you cut yourself? Let me see.
いや、
I took Yume's hand and checked out the cut. It's bleeding a lot, but the cut doesn't seem to be too deep. This should be okay.
兄さん。
Man, you scared me there. Oto-nee, please get the first aid kit.
わかった。
Oto-nee skipped off towards the living room. You're banned from using the knife for a bit. After telling Yume that, I put her fingertip in my mouth. I could taste a hint of iron in my mouth. Time for her to... Completely flustered. I looked at Yume, her finger still in my mouth. Yume was shivering, and her face was turning red. Whoa, I'm sorry. Flustered, I opened my mouth and apologized. Wow, I did that without even thinking. No, it was an old habit. I wanted to disinfect it. I didn't think about... I'm sorry. What the hell was I doing? I mean, it's Yume, but just putting her finger in my mouth like that. She might have smacked me one for that. Gotta prepare myself for impact. However... Fidgeting with her hands, the words came out of her mouth. All the while staring at her fingertip. No problem. Man, what is this? I just thought that maybe she could be pretty cute. I felt my face turning hot when I thought about tasting Yume earlier.
救急箱持ってきたよ。
That's lewd, Yoshiyuki.
どうしたの？二人とも真っ赤な顔しちゃって。
Oto-nee looked really confused, standing there with the first aid kit. Alrighty, and I'm gonna have to cut it off there for today. So, I hope you enjoyed watching, whether you watched this live during the stream or later in the YouTube cut that I post. And I will see you guys next time.